Alright, back out here at the flight line. Pretty windy, probably 9-10 miles an hour wind. Got the Strega coming out with a Spectrum DX7. Also had the Dynam here. Just going to sit it where the wind doesn't blow it off the table. And let's get the Strega out. Had a lot of rain. It's awful marshy and swampy out here. Had actually a problem with the FW190 wanting to taxi out here. The grass is so soft. Literally, when I walked out to the field, you can probably see my footprints right there. I literally felt like I was sinking about a half inch. So, let's give this one a try and see what happens. Yeah, nose wanted to tip right over. Here we go. Nice smooth takeoff. Gears up. That was no flaps. Now this is, I've flown it a few times before. They claim it's an 80 to 90 mile per hour bird with that 4-blade prop on it. And I didn't see it. Now, I was flying it with a 20C discharge battery, so now I have actually a 65C discharge battery in it. So, on this next pass, we will give it some throttle and see if there's any significant difference on it. I know last time it definitely had a tendency to climb really steep when you was pouring the coals on. So let's see if it does it this time. Here comes full throttle. Yeah, it definitely still wanting to climb. It's a little faster, but not what I would call a 85 to 90 miles per hour. I don't know, I may be getting too far away for you to see that. Let me try to bring it in a little closer. Alright, here we go. Right in front of us. Full throttle. Keeping it low. Well, it's quick, but I don't think it's a 85 or 90 mile per hour plane. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. Now, I called Motion RC, which is where I bought this from. I think they actually have exclusive distributor rights on this. I could be wrong, but that's the way I understood it. And the tech that I spoke to there suggested that I try a different brand of battery. Now this is still a Hobby King Turnigy type battery, but it's one of their good ones. That was about 50% throttle on that pass. Pretty stable. I flew this plane one morning out here. It was really wet on the ground, and one of my flap servos stopped working. I called Motion RC, and they shipped me another one out. It took about 7 or 8 days for it to get here, but shipped it out no charge. Said since it was less than 30 days old, it was covered. Now since then, the servo that's in there started working again. So I have not swapped it out. I figure I'll wait and see. But that wind's pushing it around. It's a small plane, about a 1080 wing size, just under 1100 millimeter if I recall. So it does get buffeted pretty easily in the wind. But at any rate, Motion RC told me to check the timing on it and try a different battery. Let's try a little bit of flaps on this. Now that's full flaps right there. We'll come in a little slower this time. Let's try to get it right in front of us. Give it a little more throttle. Don't want to stall it out. You can see with the full flaps, it definitely has a nose-down flight attitude. That was into the wind. Get them flaps back off. And enough wind right now. I definitely don't need any flaps for trying to land this bad boy. This thing has incredible vertical on it, though. It's virtually unlimited. See if I can get you a shot of that on this next pass. Bring it right over here in front of us. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Alright, let's give you a shot of vertical. It's getting kind of late, so I don't want to get it going too high. A couple of rolls in there. Chop the throttle. That was me killing the throttle. That's no throttles, just glide sloping it down. A little gas. Make one pass in front of us. Make sure the wheels drop. And then we will have to try for a landing. Yeah, gears are down. Yeah, I always seem like I nose that puppy over on these tail draggers. I've already called it control crashing as opposed to landing. The soft grass with those little bitty tires, I'm sure is working against me. Alright, let's go pull the battery out. Maybe we got time for one more flight. I think I'll take that dynamo back up one more time. Let's see the retracts on this. Oh, see? That's one of the things on these little planes. If you don't grease the landing, you see that right there where the wheel isn't wanting to go all the way back in. What you got to do is get a hold of it right here with a pair of pliers to support it, bend the wheel back forward, and make it grease up in there. Let me see if I can catch that on video for you real fast. Alright, don't know if this is in camera or not, but we'll give this a try. Almost good. You don't want to do it too much at a time. Better to do 3 or 4 increments. It needs to come out just a little more. And what I'm doing is supporting this with my pliers, actually pushing the pliers away from me and pulling the wheel towards me. And that keeps it from tweaking out in a mount. And that's pretty close. Give it just a little more on both of them. That way the next flight it'll be ready to go. Let's try it now. That's probably as good as it's going to get right now. Alright, let's pull the battery out. See if you can get a view of the battery that I'm flying with. I'm going to move around and see if you can see it. That is still a Turnigy, like I said, but it's their A-Spec, which is their top of the line. And that's a 65C discharge, 4-cell, 2200 milliamp. So if that don't push it, then I'm not real sure. But like I said, the Motion RC technician did advise to try an Admiral brand, which obviously it's a brand they sell, so no doubt that's one of the reasons why he wants to try that. But if it got it to go faster, I would not be opposed to it, but truth be told, I really don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. Alright, let me switch out a battery over here and we'll try one more flight before we start.